Well, I'm in a situation where my Chevy Volt will not get charged for probably 3 or 4 weeks, maybe even a little bit longer. We bought a new house, and this house was built in 1975. Most of the outlets aren't grounded, but the thing is, we haven't actually bought it yet. We haven't closed on it. We're in the process, and part of the deal was the owners would let us live there while we were closing, once we got pre-approved. Getting the loan's not going to be a problem. It's just a matter of time now because we had to be out of our other house. But anyway, I'm going to have a level 2 installed, after we officially close. We're going to close in about 3 weeks, so I figure 4 weeks I'll have it installed. Until then, I cannot charge because the Chevy Volt and most electric cars will not allow the car to charge if the outlet is not grounded. The house is built in 75. Most of the outlets are not grounded. And so anyway, what I'm going to do, man, there's one more red light up here. I hope I make it. I'm heading to work now in Paragould. What I'm going to do is after I get through this red light, I'm going to put it in mountain mode. Now, a lot of Chevy Volt owners don't like mountain mode unless you're getting ready to go into the mountains. What it's actually designed for is 15 or 20 minutes before you hit mountains, you turn it into mountain mode, and it increases your battery range to make sure there's no problems getting up the mountains. And from what I understand, I've never done it, the Volt has no problems climbing any mountain that a traditional gas car can climb. So anyway, but in situations like this, how flat it is, most don't like it. And I forgot there's more red lights in Brooklyn. But anyway, I'm going to put it in mountain mode now. Look right here. We're in normal sport mountain. Now with no miles on the battery, across the line, no traffic around. You hear how much higher the RPMs went? I don't know if you can tell, but those RPMs really shot up. See, look how high that is right there. Let me put it back in normal to show you how much lower it goes. Do you hear that? And look, a lot less. That shows you how much power the engine is taking. Put it back in mountain. See that? A lot of Volt owners don't like doing it in this situation because they say you'll burn more gas. And of course you burn more gas. But the argument is, which is cheaper? Doing this and burning gas, but building up the battery a little bit and getting to use free energy from the battery? Or is it cheaper just to leave it in gas mode, burn, less RPMs? Most people say overall it's less just to driving gas. Most owners would say it's best if I don't do this and for the next 3 or 4 weeks just burn gas, because the Volt does pretty good on mileage anyway. 35 to 40 miles to the gallon in pure gas. Well, I'm not getting 35 miles to the gallon now, I guarantee it. I don't know what I'm getting, but it's less. But I just can't stand to burn gas, especially in town. So I'm going to try to build up the battery some, even if it costs more. At least I'll feel better when I'm driving around the town of Jonesboro. I won't have to burn gas as much. But anyway, and now I've got to commute. My commute at the old house was about 3 miles. My wife's commute was about 1.5 miles. Now, our commute, each of us is around, 26, 27 miles, I figure. But I'm thinking about transferring to Jonesboro, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. I like the people I work with. So anyway, can you hear how high the engine's running? I don't know if you can tell, but boy, I can tell. The whole car is almost shaking. All right, I'll see what kind of buildup I get. See if it builds any battery up, and I'll report in maybe on the way home or something. All right. Okay, I gotta get to work because somebody's gotta keep this family in the lap of luxury. I should have looked at how many miles I've driven, when I put it in mountain mode. I could go back and look and compare the two odometers, but oh well. Anyway, I wanted to say that I'm not going to gain as much battery driving 64 miles an hour as I would if I was driving in town, because of course it's taking more energy to push the car than if I was driving 30. So, the more energy it takes to push the car, the less the mountain mode's going to build up the battery. Or at least that seems like common sense to me. But right up here, I'm going, in just another mile or so, I'm going to put it back in regular mode and look at the battery. You can tell it's starting to fill up. It's kind of gray, if that's gray. I'm colorblind. Looks gray to me. Now when I shut it off into regular mode, it's going to turn yellow. So we'll see right up here how much we gained. In about, I'm guessing 17 or 18 miles of mountain mode. Okay, I'm getting ready to slow it down. The speed limit up here is going to drop to 45. Tap the brakes, put it in regular mode. See what we got. Man, still says 0. So I've done this before and actually gained batteries, but I've never done it before with the battery completely drained. You know, I've always done it with the battery maybe down to 2 miles, and then before you knew it, I was up to, 7 or 8 miles after a while. Maybe when I shut it off, it'll be different. I'm putting it back in mountain mode. We'll see again after I get done working and when I start it with what it says. Just gonna leave it in mountain mode until I get there and start heading home. Back in the car, ready to go home, and it is showing 18 miles. So I did build up 18 miles and roughly 18 miles of driving in mountain mode at 64 miles an hour. You know, and I think it'd been more if I'd been doing mountain mode through town. But, so that shows, I just discovered this. If you get the battery down to 1, 2, 3 miles, whatever, as long as it's not depleted, put in mountain mode, take it out of mountain mode later, it'll show you how much increase you had. If you take it down to nothing, I guess you have to wait until you shut it off and turn it back on again for it to show something. Anyway, 18 miles. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say about it. I'll just say again that it probably wasn't worth it financially. I probably spent more money by doing mountain mode than if I would just left it alone. But anyway, you know, I cannot, man, after I get this electric car, man, I do not like burning gas. It's not because I hate big oil, like a lot of, EV drivers do. I've got no problems with big oil. For me, it's about saving money. And every time I burn gas, it just makes my skin crawl. Because gas is expensive. Electricity is cheap. And so anyway, I'm in electric mode now. When I get out of town, get on the highway, I'm going to put it back in mountain mode. Get to Jonesboro, my new hometown. I'll put it back in gas mode again. I think I'm going a different way home, just for the heck fire of it. Dang fire. Might as well. I just put it back in mountain mode with 12 miles left. And so we're going to see what it is when I get to Jonesboro. Because unlike before, it should increase the mileage, I would think, when I put it back in regular mode when we get home, or close to the town anyway, so I can slow down. Now here's the thing. Now this car has something called hold mode. Hold mode and mountain mode are the same in the fact that even if you have juice in the battery, the gas engine is forced to run, or the generator is forced to run. The only difference is hold mode just holds the current state of charge. So if you have 12 miles, it should keep it at 12 miles. Mountain mode should increase that 12 miles. It actually increases the battery range. That's not really what it's for. And like I said, it's probably less efficient than hold mode overall, but that's the differences. And mountain mode's really designed for, like I said earlier, when you're going to be heading into the mountains. Okay, the mountain mode just clicked off the generator. And the reason is, which I knew this, but I forgot to mention it, mountain mode will only charge the battery to a certain level. Because its goal is to have, I think, 40% of the battery charged, I think. But somewhere around there, it will shut off and you'll be on battery again. Then when it drops a little bit, I guess the generator will kick back on. It kicked on going up that hill. See if it kicks on again. Not up that one. We're still on battery. You can tell because that line to the right isn't going anywhere. Up there, it just kicked back on. Off. But anyway, we're going to get home with about 18 miles left. Let me put it in regular mode and see if that 18 changes. Normal mode. Yep, 18 miles battery is about all you can get on the 2015 Volt doing this. At that point, I guess the thing to do would be put it in hold mode. You know, if you want to keep that 18. I think that's what I'm going to do. But there you go. Now you know. All right. Thanks for watching, y'all. I learned something today. I hope you did too. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Remember, chicks dig scars on electric cars. See you later.